Hello guys, I hope you're doing well. I'm back again with yet another episode. Hi residents of Forex with Ntombi. If this is your first time here, you're welcome. I hope you like it here. Let me first introduce myself in case this is your first time and you've never, listened to my podcast or my episodes. My name is Ntombi Malatsi. I am a Forex teacher. I'm a Forex mentor. I'm a girl from Joburg. I love people. I love talking. I love sharing information. I love helping people. I've been trading the financial markets for since 2009. It's been over a decade now, and this is something that I enjoy doing. So, with all the experiences that I have, I then decided to share with other people so that I can also, help and guide other people, through their journey. I understand forex market more on the side of trading psychology, which is mainly what this podcast is all about. It is all about me sharing information on how you can manage yourself, how you can manage your trading. This podcast or this channel is not about trading strategies, but this channel is all about me helping you in terms of how to manage yourself and practical tips that I share here on how to be successful in your trading. So yeah, welcome. Guys, I've got news. This podcast has been selected as one of the top 25 trading psychology podcasts on the web. I'm really excited by this news. I'm happy. So thank you so much for tuning in again. Thank you for sharing these episodes, because when you share these episodes, you are actually helping me to spread my message and to reach out to as many people as possible. I can only do so much, but if you share these episodes, you are actually helping me to reach out to as many people as possible, to reach out to a bigger audience, to reach out to more people. So I do appreciate you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So yeah, today I'm back with yet another episode. My previous episode, if you haven't listened to it, it was all about don't trade the markets blindly. So you can listen to that previous episode. Hopefully you'll find some useful information there, probably. So today is all about yet another tip. These are the things that I've gone through, I've seen other people going through, and these are the things that I've experienced, and these are the things that I see people experiencing daily. People that I teach, people that I mentor, people that I don't know, people that are stumbling upon my content online and they contact me. These are the challenges that most people are facing. So everything that I try to share on this channel, it is mainly my own experiences and experiences of other people. So today is all about why you shouldn't trade with borrowed money. I always say that trading the markets is not like, a walk in the park, but it is something that can be done. But obviously, you will need to work more on yourself more than you work on strategies. Because if you neglect yourself and you think you are going to chase, strategies and work on strategies, you are going to get exhausted, because it requires you to be present. It requires you to be able to have that self-control. These are the things that you can only achieve provided you are willing to work on yourself. So I always say that anything that causes stress, if you can acknowledge it, eliminate it. Because anything that causes stress will definitely lead to huge losses. So if you identify a few things, I'm just going to make an example. If you are so stressed, or if you have anxiety, even if it is not an anxiety that is caused by the markets, you have maybe an anxiety, maybe it's personal stuff, it's your work, it's your business. I always say try not to spend time in the markets, because you need to be sober-minded when you are trading the markets. So this episode is all about why you shouldn't trade with borrowed money. Borrowing money is not something that we do when we are okay and we are financially okay. We borrow money because we are stressed. We need money and we don't have money currently. Then we go ahead, then we borrow money. I don't know anyone who borrows money because they were just happy, they had lots of money, then they did not need the money, then they just decided to borrow money. Guys, if you borrow money that you don't need, you need to stop doing it. It is not cool at all. You'll end up in debt, debt that is like so unnecessary for your life. So I know that most people borrow money because they think that there is no other way to get this money and they need this money now. Okay, let's go back to how do you view your Forex account? I view my Forex account as an investment. I also view my Forex account as a business. But today, I'm just going to focus more on viewing it as an investment. I think I did do an episode around that subject. You can check it out on my previous episodes. So today we're going to focus on you viewing your Forex account as an investment, or us viewing our Forex account as an investment. It is not a good idea to borrow money, the money that you are going to invest. I know most people have their own ideas of what an investment is. I always try to explain this, and without sounding any, without sounding bad or anything, but I always try to explain this, that when I speak of investments, I don't refer to those things that people join online and they call them investments. When I talk about investments, I talk about real investments. So when you are investing, there are no guarantees that you are going to make this much at the end of the month. These are now real investments. There are no guarantees that you are going to make this much at the end of this month. So now, if you are going to go and borrow money to start your live account, you are going to add unnecessary pressure to your trading, unnecessary pressure for yourself. Remember what I said in the beginning of this episode? I said, we are trying to eliminate anything that is causing us stress, anything that makes us to feel stress or anxiety. We must try and eliminate those things, because for us to function, for us to make money in the markets, we will need to be able to take care of us first before we can attempt to take care of our capital. I also just love saying this. If you cannot manage yourself, you cannot manage your money. So now, if you are going to go and borrow money, I know a lot of people who come to me and they say, Dombi, I just lost 300,000 rands that I borrowed from the bank, and then I invested it in the forex market. But most people who are telling such stories are people who invested in pyramid schemes, that are hiding behind a forex umbrella, forex umbrella, because most people know that when you say forex, people go crazy. So when you say forex, people think big money. When you say forex, people think quick money. So when you say to people, invest, I will be trading this money, then I will give you 100%, interest in a week, or then people will do anything to invest in those schemes. Guys, please try to stay away from those. They always have a very short lifespan. But this voice note, this episode is not about that. This episode is about eliminating anything that causes pressure. So I was saying, most people will come to me and say they actually borrowed money, 300,000 rand. I know someone who owes a bank like over 1 million rand. They took the money and they invested in all these things. Now, coming back to people who are trading for themselves. They also tend to think that they want to get started with their live account, as soon as possible. Then people will go out of their way to borrow money. If you come to me, especially my mentees, because I engage with them more, if you come to me and you ask me, is it advisable to borrow money to fund my live account? I would definitely say no, don't do it. But of course, people always do it, because at the end of the day, when you are giving somebody advice, or when they ask for an advice and you give them, it doesn't mean that they should take it. They can decide not to take it. So sometimes people still find themselves in debt, even though I did say no, don't do it. The main reason why I'm saying don't do it, I am not trying to contradict myself by saying I trade forex, I believe it can make you money, then I'm turning around and I'm saying don't borrow money. When I say don't borrow money, I don't say don't borrow money because I believe you are not going to make profit. But I am smart enough to understand that trading under pressure is never good for anyone. Sometimes you find people who are trading for other people, then they are dragged to court because they have lost so much money, people's money. Some of these people are not actually scammers. They didn't do this on purpose. They were actually trying to help, but then they overlooked this part that I want to talk about today. You do not want to find yourself trading under pressure. That is why I don't trade public funds, because it will put so much pressure on myself. That is why I prefer to share my skill with those who want to learn how to trade the markets. Then they can go and trade for themselves, because I don't want anything that will put pressure on myself. Because if I go to public and I trade public funds, then I'm going to operate under pressure. Anything that causes pressure, it leads to losses, especially when it comes to the markets. Because like I said, you cannot guarantee returns when you invest. So now if you go to the bank and you borrow, let's just refer to a smaller amount. Let's say you borrow 10,000 rand at the bank, and then you come back and you fund your trading account. Let's say they say your loan repayment is going to be, I don't know, obviously these figures aren't accurate, so I'm just going to say 1,000 rand. I don't know how much would you pay back if you borrow 10,000 rand. I'm just going to say, let's say your repayment, or let's say you borrow 50,000 rand, and then your repayment amount on a monthly basis is like let's say 2,000 rand. Right? I'm not sure if it makes sense, but you do get my point, right? You will calculate the correct figures if you know. I don't know. So let's say you borrow 50,000 rand to fund your trading account, and your repayment amount is 2,000 rand per month. You borrowed this money because you had no means of funding your life account, because you didn't have 50,000 rand, and your wish was to fund your account with 50,000 rand, and you couldn't wait. Of course, you can always wait, but you borrowed it because you felt that you couldn't wait. You wanted to start right away. Guess what you just did? You just put yourself under pressure. Because now, the first day when you place your first trade on your live account, you are already thinking about the loan repayments. You know what it does to your psyche? It messes up with your psyche. So now, it's not easier for you. It's not easy for you now to think straight. Every time you approach the market, you are approaching the market with the fear of, what if I don't make money today? What if there are no trading opportunities today? How am I going to make these repayments? Because remember, if you borrow money for you to invest in the forex market, you are borrowing it because you are calculating how much you might make. And another mistake that people make, people don't give themselves that room for mistakes, because when you start trading live for the first time, you are definitely going to make mistakes. It doesn't matter how well taught. I teach people so well. I know that I teach people so well. But people still do make mistakes. Smaller mistakes, like you could be thinking that you are placing let's say 0.10 lot size, but then you end up placing, doing the other way around, placing 1.00, because you are nervous, because it happens. Even when you start a business, it happens. You might mess up and lose money because you were starting out. Then 3 months down the line, 6 months down the line, you look back and you are like, oh, I was just nervous, and now you can do it with ease because now you have experience. So it's the same thing with trading. Anything that will cause stress or anxiety, it leads to losses, because you panic even more. You panic without you having to repay back the money. When you trade live for the first time, you panic. I'm going to do another voice note, not a voice note. Guys, I love voice notes, not a voice note. I'm going to do another episode on why you shouldn't trade demo for like too long. I'm going to do, my next episode will be about that. But that is why you shouldn't do it for too long, because the minute you start with your life, you are back to square one. the nerves are there again. You'll have to get over that. So now, if you borrow money, you are adding unnecessary stress, or unnecessary pressure. Then you are now going to function, under pressure. Every time you look at I don't know how other people are trading. So every time I do these episodes, I'm just going to assume that no one is doing trading randomly. I know that people are using different methods of trading, but of course, because this is me, I'm the one who's leading these, who's doing these episodes. So I'm just going to refer to my personal method of trading, where I don't just do trading randomly. I trade because I understand there's something happening in the markets, then I will trade based on that. That's also what I teach. So now, you are going to now find yourself forcing your way into the markets, even when there are no, real trading opportunities, because you are now counting days. Your loan repayment should be, you should have money by the first day of the month, and it's already the 15th. You haven't even made half of it. You are now panicking. You are now thinking, how on earth are you going to get this money? Then it's easier for you to even, shift from your own trading plan, because if your trading plan doesn't give you anything to trade on that particular day, you kind of like feel like you are missing out. It's like you are missing the train. It's like you cannot miss a day. You need to get this money. You need to get this money. Then it leads to more losses. This is just a practical example. If you are trading under pressure, or if you are owing somebody and it is towards the end of the month and you are supposed to pay them on the 1st, you panic. Now imagine you are now trying to multiply the money in your trading account, and even when the conditions aren't allowing, you are going to force yourself, because you are thinking about your loan repayments. So that is why I'm saying, do not borrow money to fund your live account. But am I saying just be stuck on demo? No, definitely. I'm one person who believes that if you want to do something, you always find a way. I always teach, my mentees that trading is investing. Go out there, be productive, get money somewhere else so that you can work somewhere else, do a business, get more money, come back and fund your trading account. Because when you do that, you are creating a better trading environment for yourself. And when you are trading without desperation, you perform better, because you are not thinking about electricity. Guys, don't trade with money don't fund your account with money that you are supposed to pay school fees on the 15th, and you are funding your account on the 10th, thinking in 5 days you should be making this money. No matter how experienced you are, you still cannot guarantee the kind of, or the amount of returns that you can make in the markets. 1 month you can make 40%, the other month you can make 10%, the other month you can make 60%. That's investing. There are no guarantees. Everything is controlled by how much trading opportunities did you get from the markets on that particular month. So I've also seen this with people that I mentor, teach, and coach. Most people who have like other streams of income, they have a business, they work, they tend to perform better than those people who are not doing anything else. They just trade, because when you trade, you also want to live off it. Yes, of course, you can make a living off it, but you will have to. I did a podcast about this, like I think about 3 weeks, 4 weeks ago. I did a podcast on this. Trading for a living, is it even possible? You can also check that podcast out, that episode out. Yes, of course, it is possible. It can be done. But you also need to be realistic enough to know that you are not going to invest 5,000 Rand and drop everything and live off it, because it's not going to be enough to sustain you. You are also going to do this under pressure. The main reason why you will lose more money is because you will be trading under pressure. So to try and eliminate all these pressures, because some of these pressures are pressures that we invite to ourselves, but of course, 90% of people on the internet do not share this information that I share. 90% of the people on the internet, they're all just selling the story that let's trade, let's make millions. Of course, we can all just let's trade and let's make millions, but can we do it the right way? Can we follow the right routes? Can we not put ourselves on debt? So how then can you grow, your account? I also did another episode on how to grow a smaller account. You can also just check that one out, because on that episode I then did share, what can you do to grow your account. If you want to start a live account and your wish is to start with 50,000 rand, but you look at your budget and you don't have 50,000 rand as in now, that shouldn't stop you from starting your live account, because, by the way, you will need experience with the live environment. So no matter the amount, as long as you are trading your live account, you are gaining the necessary experience. Smaller accounts tends to teach people a lot of patience, of course, provided you are teachable, you are also coachable. You are then going to learn a lot of things, trading a smaller account that will then prepare you for the time when you are now trading a bigger account. So guys, don't go to the bank to borrow the money so that you can fund your live account. It is going to add stress. It is going to add anxiety. It is also going to add unnecessary pressure. Those things are going to lead you straight to making mistakes, losing more money. Then you end up in more debt. Then you end up being frustrated. You cannot make money when you are frustrated. Money loves love. Money loves joy. So when you are not joyful and you are frustrated every time you approach the market, you are definitely going to attract situations that are going to cause you to lose more money. Then at the end of the day, you are owing the bank. You are frustrated about yourself. You don't have enough money. So start small. If you don't have enough money, do not borrow money to fund your live account. I'm not saying this because I don't believe you can make money. I believe you can make money, but I'm also realistic enough to know that you can make money better when you are not frustrated. So yeah, guys, thank you so much for tuning in. It's becoming more difficult for me to speak, especially in winter. So trying to make to do an episode around this time, I am really trying my best. Like I said last time, do get earphones, headphones, because it's easier to listen to me when you are listening via those. You try to just listen to me, in your car. You might not hear what I'm saying, but everything that I'm saying here, hopefully it is going to make some sense to you. If you find this information, useful, and of people out there who are, because sometimes it's people who are calling themselves mentors. They just want you to trade a live account. Then they will say, go and borrow money. Don't even trade with your credit card money, because that money is not yours. Credit card money is borrowed money. It's the same thing. So walking in the bank to borrow money to fund your live account is the same thing as taking money from your credit card, because you will have to repay that money. You are still going to be thinking about, loan repayments, even if it's not a loan, but it's credit card, it's not your money. One day I'm going to tell you why you shouldn't, depend more on adding bonuses to your live accounts. Thank you so much, guys, for tuning in. I really do appreciate you listening to this podcast, to this episode. Please do share, do follow, do like. I don't know if you like or you follow, or because wow, I'm just doing this, but I don't know how to. I don't know if you like, you follow, but I know you can share, I know you can download. So yeah, I really do appreciate it. Thank you. Please do take care of yourself. Until next time, cheers, love you.